Okay, so today we are gonna color our still life. Now, I am not gonna color my full still life today. I'm gonna show you some tricks and then let you to it because this is gonna take a while to color. So I want you to start with the objects you drew. And you want to start with the lightest area of those objects. So I have some green in my apple that I'm going to do first. I also have a little reflection here that I'm going to try and do. Oil pastels are a lot like crayons, except they're softer. Okay, next on my apple, like I have some light red areas, which I am going to put in with a little bit of pink, and then I'm going to color red over them, which will make them appear lighter. All right, now I'm going to go and I'm going to start doing my red. Oil pastels are great. You can like layer over top of other colors to get new ones. And I'll show you how I'm going to add some dark areas on this apple in a minute, but I'm going to go around. I don't want to go over top of my green or this reflection here, so I'm going to go around it with my oil pastels. With that pink on those areas that I marked before, just go over top of them again, blend it. Now, if you don't have oil pastels that exactly match your fruit, that's all right. Have fun. Pick a color that's close. If you don't have one that's even close, then Technicolor fruit it is. Have fun. All right, so I have some like dark red parts of this apple. So I'm gonna add in some of this purple in here. And then again, I'm like smoothing it out with a little bit of red on top. Okay, and then I'll add my stem. Okay, so I'm not gonna go over coloring this one, but you should do the fruit first. All right, next, you can start, after you do the fruit, you can start working on your patterns in the background. You wanna start with whatever color is the lightest that you're going to use first. And let's see, for this, I'm gonna use yellow for this shape. So I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna outline my shapes first. Okay, and I'm not gonna do this whole picture because it would take takes a long time to color. All right. Next, I'm going to add in this color, also a light color. So I'm outlining my shape and then filling it in and trying to get rid of all of the white. So I shouldn't have any white showing through. All right, next up, I am going to do the background of this, and you outline those shapes you already filled in with the color that you're gonna put in the background. and then I'm gonna fill in. You never wanna color over top of things that you already colored. Okay, you wanna color around. So I'm very carefully going around my shapes. And then as a final touch, I'm gonna add this stripe in there. All right, and then I can do my next section. Outline. Pastels are definitely a little bit messier than crayons, and in some cases it's almost like a painterly look with them because you can't get as precise. When you are doing this, you're using a pattern, so you're always sticking with the same colors. Don't switch colors partway through. Okay, so you would keep going all the way across with your background. All right, now for the tablecloth, I am going to start with my circles. Okay. And again, since the oil pastels, you know, they're a little, you can't really, once you have your point gone, you can't really get it back. So don't worry about going outside the lines. If you do that, like, that's okay. Okay, so I'm gonna outline all of these circles first. If you want to do like the background, the lighter color, then you could color the background in first. But I'm going to do the background of the dots, the darker color. And notice how I am covering as much of that paper as possible. Had your apple done, that would be better before doing the background. All right, now I'm going to go through and do around those circles. And there's a reason I want to show you at least this far. So remember, since you've already filled in a shape, you're going around it. Do not go over top of things you have already colored in. Okay. There will be one exception to this rule, and I will show you in a minute. And I'm using super bright colors because Matisse loved those super bright colors. Critics at the time hated his color palette. I rather enjoy it though. Okay, so it would continue that way until you finished the whole table. But the one thing I'm going to show you is shadows. So your object is going to cast a shadow on the table. So you could use brown or black for this. And I'm just going to add a shadow over top of areas I already colored. See, this is the time that you would get to go over top. Of an area you already colored. And to blend it in, you can go over top of it with your color that's there a little bit, kind of blend it out. So that's the shadow. So just keep on working on coloring your whole paper. Take your time. Spend about 30 minutes on it. If you're not gonna finish it, you can put it aside, and if you're gonna attend next class, most of the other kids still need time to color, so you don't have to fully finish it. Spend about 30 minutes coloring, and then you can put it aside for the next class, which is on Thursday morning.